When you feel broken, the instinct is to retreat, to hide from the pain, to numb yourself, to pretend it isn't happening. But suffering does not disappear when ignored. It festers, growing in the shadows of avoidance. The only way forward is through direct confrontation. That means standing face to face with the very thing that has shattered you, no matter how unbearable it seems. This is not about seeking suffering for its own sake. It's about recognizing that pain, though brutal, carries a crucial truth. It reveals where you are weak. It exposes what needs attention. If you run from it, you remain at its mercy, forever fearing its return. But if you confront it, if you willingly step into the discomfort, you begin to understand it. You start to see that pain, when engaged with properly, is not just suffering. It is information. It tells you what must change, where you must grow, and what you must let go of. Confrontation does not mean instant relief. It means discipline. It means taking responsibility for what you can control, even if it's just the smallest thing. It means deciding, despite the chaos, that you will not let suffering define you. You will define yourself in relation to it. And in that process, something unexpected happens. The weight does not crush you as you feared. Instead, you become strong enough to carry it. When everything falls apart, it feels like nothing makes sense anymore. The structure you relied on, whether it was a relationship, a career, or even your own sense of self, has collapsed, leaving only disorder in its place. In that moment, it is easy to believe that chaos is all that remains, that nothing can be salvaged. But this is not true. Chaos is not just destruction. It is also the space where something new can be built. The first instinct when faced with disorder is often despair. You look at the mess and think, where do I even begin? And that question alone can be paralyzing. But the answer is simple. You begin with what is directly in front of you. You do not need to fix everything at once. You couldn't even if you tried. But you can impose order on something small. You can make your bed. You can organize your thoughts on paper. You can decide to take one deliberate step forward, no matter how insignificant it seems. The process of rebuilding is slow, and it is not linear. Some days it will feel as though nothing is improving, as though the weight of the past is too heavy to move beyond. But order is not restored in a single moment. It is constructed piece by piece, through small acts of discipline and responsibility. And as each piece falls into place, the chaos becomes less overwhelming. The darkness begins to recede. What once seemed like complete ruin starts to resemble something new, something stable, something meaningful. The world is full of disorder and suffering is inevitable. But in the face of destruction, you are not powerless. You have the ability to take what has fallen apart and shape it into something stronger than before. Chaos is not the end. It is the raw material from which order can be built again.